If one of my channel peers out in the community is looking for advice on how to structure partnerships or how to get any partnership moving faster and accelerated, the Partnernomics course would be an excellent thing to participate in and really gain a lot of experience and knowledge from the cohort, from the group, from the instructor, from Mark, and all the others that he has included in the program.
Yeah, so if one of my colleagues in the partnering space was looking for advice on some direction to take as to where to go to get their team trained, I'd recommend Partnernomics because I think it has content that closely resonates with, personally my own experience and observations as a partner leader. Like sales or everything else, there's just so many gurus, white papers, guides, and alleged best practices out there. Basically people saying, here's what partnerships is, here's what it's all about and how to do it. And yet none of it had really matched up with my own experience of it. I had honestly been sifting through this kind of content for like 6 years now. And when I came across Mark at Partnernomics, I feel like I finally found someone who gets it and who I can model off of. And the course is super comprehensive. I think it really captures the spirit of partnering really well and also provides really real tools that can help turn an amateur into a professional when it comes to partnering.
I would recommend Partnernomics to someone who's directing a team or leading or developing a partner team, simply because, looking back early in my career, I learned the track selling sales methodology. And it's a very systematic approach to selling conversations. And the impact on that was really dramatic in terms of how it affected my selling ability. So Partnernomics kind of emulates that exact same framework. You get a systematic approach that gets everybody speaking the same language. And I know that as we build out the team here at MEDBRIDGE, that this is going to be the methodology that we're going to follow.
Yeah, so when someone comes to me and asks about where should they find education around partnerships and alliances and channel, I certainly would suggest Partnernomics, and the reason being is that when you're again making the decision to learn more, there are lots of places you can go, and I've gone through a lot of them. Pardon me, in the last couple of years, I've done anything from really short courses that take 20 to 30 minutes up to immersive exec ed programs in some of the top schools in the world. And what I found is that Partnernomics is a great point where it's sort of the intersection between theory and practice, right? And so it gives people the ability to kind of learn some of the basics as well as some of the more advanced ideas, and then put those into practice and then sort of bounce some of that off your cohort that you're with as well. It's a fantastic experience.
In thinking about the best way to train up your team on partnerships, I'd recommend the partnership or the Partnernomics program because it has a structure that I've personally not encountered across other mediums of content. So what Partnernomics does is they have the videos, then they also have like a text-based workbook that you can use. And there's just different types of material for different types of learners. I also think that what's interesting about the Partnernomics content is that Mark, the CEO, is really immersed in partnerships. He's had an entire career in this industry. So the content is both strategic at a high level, but then it's also tactical on how to really implement some of the knowledge that you've learned.
For anybody on a team that I work on, the Partnernomics course helps create a consistent language, a consistent framework around how we're going to build the partnership model in that particular organization. So any director, manager that I would come across, I would highly recommend going through the Partnernomics course for that very reason.